Hi guys,
Hello, people.
I'm
I'm
Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching Mr. Robot.
7.
At
8?
8.
I don't know. I edited 6, so like we're just watching 7.
No, we're watching episode 8.
Yes.
Episode 7 was a roller coaster of mindfuck.
I mean, it was
confusion.
just fucking bleak. It was actually not confusion. I could, like, now, even like sitting on it for a longer time, for like 5 days, everything is clear. What fucking parallel universes? What fucking, like, what? Everything is fucking clear. We're just dealing with the world's most awful fucking people, and we're in the middle of it.
We're dealing with 1% of 1%.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, the worst of the worst. And so here we are. It's very simple. Like, actually, last episode has just made everything much clearer.
Yes, it was just confusion that moment.
Yeah.
Because we had to finally realize that it's not anything impossible or unreal. Like we said in the last episode, it's fucking ridiculous how he put in each episode a new thing.
Fucking sad.
And we were like trying to connect those things that had nothing in common with each other. Literally had nothing in common with each other.
Not only that, but like had no basis in reality. Like,
yeah,
like
okay,
it's not like
we
we were theorizing. Yeah,
time.
but it's not like we were theorizing. Let's say, for example, like this is season 2, and so we're thinking like that he is not really where he is, whatever. Like that, you know. Even if it didn't come true, but it was, you know, it still had basis in reality. This is like, let's just make everyone seem very dumb. Successful. Yeah,
it's a good. He did a good job there, honestly. Yeah. Where the last episode left us is with Trenton and Mobley getting killed and taking all the fault for the whole thing, for 5-9 and everything, and
for the terrorist attack, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they're dead now. I have no fucking clue what's gonna be happening now. Dom knows that like it's not them. Dom has, you know, put White Rose and like asked, are you really gonna get away with it? Look, I understand that if we're talking in reality, she is gonna get away with it. But like, let's step out of reality for a bit. Let's fucking destroy her.
I think...
Philip. I think you're also awful. But like, get her.
Can't be that awful.
Get her.
No, honestly, I agree. I just think she's gonna win literally until the end of season 4. And that's when we're gonna...
Just like if we get her at the very... I just need her to be...
I think she's gonna die.
I'm so mad.
I honestly do believe she's gonna die.
Death is an easy way out. She doesn't deserve to just die.
I think that's the most we can hope for, honestly.
And that's not gonna bring me satisfaction. But it's not like she can be a person that ends up in jail.
And that's not happening.
Like, it's not gonna happen.
That's not happening.
She is too important.
Honestly,
no one's gonna fucking place her in jail.
It will bring me satisfaction. Like, it's not gonna be enough, but like better than us losing and her winning in the end, you know?
If Angela pulls the trigger, like, yes, I'll be like, you know, don't want to cross you the line. She's already fucked. Well, like, pulling the trigger isn't gonna do much. Can only bring her, like, back up. Can only make it better.
Yeah, I mean, like you said in the last episode, the only person at this point that I see finishing that is finishing that. That sounds weird. Finishing her life, you know, is Dom. Like capturing her somehow. I don't think Elliot
that would be kind of poetic because all she talks about ever, White Rose, is like time and how time is precious, and like maybe by killing her, you're taking her time.
Yeah.
You know, you're taking the remainder of her time, whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's gonna feel appropriate for all this.
But I don't have doubt Sam will succeed in that.
I don't know. I don't know, just because, again, the show is very, you know, rooted in politics and very Orwellian. And, you know, Orwell, the way he finished his books, wasn't hopeful at all. It was very much, You just can't win. It can go like that. It can be very bleak at the end. I can't say anything to that because it is the most realistic part. You know, I want it to not go that way purely like storyline wise because it's gonna make me feel better, you know? But like if you wanted to go in the terms of like what would be most plausible, it would be just them winning and that's it, you know? So like I don't know what road he's gonna want to take.
I don't know, but like what I expect to happen is for us to lose until the end and we will somehow manage to...
I mean, we have been losing since the very beginning.
I mean,
I don't know at what point we were winning.
I mean, we have succeeded in the plan that we started, but after that, everything went to shit. Like, the plan was technically the worst thing that we could have done in that moment, you know? But like, honestly, I do believe that, I don't know why, not like I know anything, but like, I do believe that at the end, it's not gonna be like just tragedy. Mm-hmm. You know, I think you and me will be satisfied at the ending. That's how I imagine it. Maybe just because I have never watched a TV show in my life, that at the end I was not satisfied, meaning that like everything went to shit. You know, like I could have been not satisfied because the story was bad. And I expect this story to be good, you know? But like I don't expect to not be satisfied at the end, you know?
Yeah,
that's
I
what
don't know.
I think.
Like I think I'm gonna see how the next however many episodes we have goes, and by that I can maybe make a better deduction of like where it's gonna end. I really don't know. I am just very fucking mad. I'm very mad about everything and how it went down, and I'm very mad at like what state it left all our characters. You know, I'm not saying that our characters are just like innocent bystanders. They're not. Like a lot of them have been complicit in things that have happened, you know, more or less. But I feel for them. I understand their reasonings. They're very easy for me to empathize with. And I don't think none of them are evil people.
Yeah.
As opposed to White Rose. And that's good enough for me.
Because I had to ask twice.
Oh my god. I can't.
Literally.
What a fucking villain.
Literally.
What a fucking villain. Like, good job. Honestly, a show is only as good as its villain.
Yeah.
White Rose is just... oh, I'm like that scene from Clue from 85 when she's like, red. You just see red. That's what I see when I see White Rose. Yeah, I'm very afraid for Angela. I don't know in what state. I mean, I know in what state we're gonna see her. I don't know if she's ever gonna leave that state. I really don't know. I don't know how you could. I don't know how you live with that. Like, I didn't think she would, if they like blew up that one building and like 5 people died or something, I don't think she could have lived with herself for that. Now, like, thousands are dead. And like, you're directly responsible. Like, you literally went and made something happen, you know?
And she's in complete
denial.
Complete illusion, exactly. Yeah, I think that's her way of defending. Like, that's how her mind is processing all of this, defending herself. I really don't know how she's gonna deal with it. No, I have no idea. Like, I have never thought that she's gonna, like, I thought that her actions are gonna come back to bite her, you know, after. Не знам како се кажат. But I don't know how I did not expect her to be this bad, honestly.
I mean, I didn't expect it to be this bad.
Yeah,
like, I didn't expect it to be like on this
honestly
scale,
thought,
you know?
like, I honestly thought that one building, not everybody was gonna be evacuated, and that's
I just thought like there was gonna be some casualties, maybe 2 or 3 people, and she's gonna feel like, let's say, awful, but like maybe there is some way to like kind of work like that's gonna make her flip, and that's gonna make her mad and want to take revenge on White Rose and everything. Like, on this scale,
can't even imagine her now.
I don't think she's gonna move. Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know what we're gonna do with her.
I really don't know.
I don't
even know what or who can help her right now, honestly.
I don't know.
Like, we're gonna have to wait and see, honestly.
I don't know how you help her, honestly. Yeah. Yes, we had all that. Where is Elliot? I mean, he was mostly Mr. Robot in the last episode, right? He was
mostly Mr. Robot, yeah.
What happened with him?
Like, the last time we saw Elliot was with Krista.
Oh yeah, when he was speaking to
who
Krista.
can't do anything after she found out, but like you can see that now she does believe that this is what
That he is
Elliot
responsible
has
for
done.
5-9,
Yeah. After that, we only saw Mr. Robot with
who was very pissed off that
yeah.
they betrayed or like took his plan or whatever, hijacked. That's
they did what they wanted to do. And Irving, he had a scene with Irving where Irving showed him the people on the boat who are basically having the party. Yeah,
balcony. Weren't they up to the building?
It looked like it was a big boat on the balcony of the boat, but it could be a building.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was like, who cares?
Yeah,
people.
Literally, somewhere above.
Having a party after all this has happened.
And telling him that basically his plan was like he didn't do anything. He did create the plan, but like it was only allowed to happen because like those people let it happen.
Yeah, and because they would benefit from it.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Take them down. I don't
Ridiculous.
know how. Destroy them.
You can never destroy them. You can never like we can't even start to hope for that, but like at least that one person.
Yeah, but like also when you think about it, that could also be the ending. Like, sure, we kill her.
That's
we
what
kill
I
White
expect.
Rose.
Yeah.
What does it matter? It's like
exactly.
it's like that snake. You know, when you cut off its head, another head grows.
No.
Who cares?
No, exactly. That's
you
what
never
I mean.
can get rid of them.
And that's what I mean. That's why I think it could be also realistic.
Yeah.
But at the end, it could save, like killing her would save our guys. You know, she would not be able to.
Look, it will give me some peace of mind.
Exactly. That's why
it would feel good for me. Like, does it change anything in the world? It doesn't. Nothing changes.
Exactly.
But it makes me feel better.
That's why I think that we will at the end stop her, but we're not gonna actually do anything that can help the world. You know.
Yeah. God fucking bleak, honestly. Oh, anyways, that's it. That's where we left off. Let's watch.
Your dad pushed you out a window?
Broke my arm, went to the hospital. I was angry.
Are we gonna find out next something about that?
What? Guys, you can't. Like, yes, I want to know that, but like, oh, we're back in time? I don't know, maybe we're not. But yeah.
Are we gonna see that scene?
Well, they were not watching a movie, they were building a snowman and then he...
Yeah. Is this the same child? I would not say it is.
Come on, kiddo, shake him up. Norm?
Told you I didn't want to come.
Is it the movie? I think you wanted to see Shallow Grave. Jerky boys.
Maybe he doesn't want to watch movies because you're dying and no one knows. Except
I
him.
want to go home.
Told you I was sorry.
You're not sorry. You're just sick and don't want to admit it.
You're right. I made some mistakes. I wish I could have been a better father to you. All I'm asking is that you forgive me. Think you'll ever be able to do that?
No.
Is that the last... Oh. The arm is in the
that
cast.
already happened.
Take that jacket off, boy.
The movie's about to start.
Talking to me. Again. A child with a healthy environment does not do this.
I was waiting to see Mr. Robert's reaction to something that I was going to say in this episode.
I thought I was gonna hit him, not even joking.
Yeah,
I
was trying to see if we're gonna have something that like gonna.
Again, I don't think they're gonna.
But like they're not giving
certain,
us.
Yes, but I'm certain.
I mean, of course.
It's like they connected all the pieces, and yet they connected fuck all.
When you delete something, you're making a choice to destroy it. You choose to delete because you need to free up space. Is that what happened to Mobley and Trenton? Were they unwanted? Taking up too much space?
You're just the most convenient boy. Brother? Why? If I was her brother, I would have never let this go. But also like for his sake. Yeah, the amount of times he has to do this. I don't know and I don't care anymore, honestly.
Darlene.
You can't keep doing this.
How's
Where is
Darlene even
Angela?
supposed to keep everything together?
Why did you wipe down? You need to talk to Angela. She is not doing well. Last time I saw her, she was going through a full-on breakdown.
I don't care. She should be breaking down.
I recall her being there for you when you had your little episode. Multiple times.
Guess I'm an asshole.
It's been 3 weeks. You haven't left your apartment. Getting worried about you.
Don't.
What happened with the attacks? That's not you.
Even if it was him, it was me. What does it even matter, Darlene? He got what he wanted. Except, wait a minute. No. Ecorp's still gonna be just fine. Because of Ecoy. He sure didn't see that coming, did he? Oh well. Consolation prize. At least we get to be miraculously off the hook for everything. Yes, sure, a couple of good people had to die in disgrace for that. But who's counting at this point, am I right?
Oh my god.
That's what this is about. You can still get rid of him.
You don't get it. I tried everything. Medication. Therapy. Fuck. Even put myself in jail. He won't leave.
I think
He won't leave. Because I wanted this.
it's because we need to face the core problem. I was good at it. Come on, Walter.
You're really scaring the shit out of me right now.
I'm not trying to scare you. Just give me some time. I need to find my own way to cope with this.
I don't believe you. I feel like you're giving up. Just let me stay with you. That'll make me feel better, please.
I just want to be alone. I'll tell you what. You come by tomorrow, we smoke up, and we can watch Careful Massacre.
Halloween.
Since when did we start following the rules?
I'd like to.
My babies.
Just for the day. You'd be doing me a big favor.
Of course. She's practically family.
Why?
Like this.
I don't know what he plans to do.
I know.
Not even joking, everyone here should be on suicide watch.
Deletion. When you make that decision, there's always that moment of hesitation.
Boy.
Yes or
Boy.
no?
No.
Yes means ridding myself in the world of Mr. Robot forever. That includes you. Maybe it's something I should have done a long time ago.
Like drugs?
Oh,
Drug dealer, yeah.
This is Hard Andy's Roxy's
Morphe. I'll take it.
Perfect. And you get your file.
The whole bag.
That's my whole stash.
Then you just made an easy sale.
Take off your shirt.
Come on, man. You just did a pat down outside.
I said take off your fucking shirt.
I mean, if he is FBI or whatever, we already seen DA, I guess.
See, people don't usually come in here trying to buy Hard Andy's whole stash unless one of 3 prerequisites are met. 1, they got their nose up some fuzz's ass, which we will soon ascertain. And also, 2, you're trying to resell in my market. But
3, they wanna kill themselves.
you don't strike me as a dummy with a death wish. Spin around. Which leaves 3. Life that unbearable, baby? Cute little boy like you. Pleasure I could give you. Maybe you do have that death wish after all.
God. What is happening?
What do you want?
I was a friend of your brother. Mobley. Celia.
Get lost, man. Wait!
Just wanted to pay my respects. I was wondering if you could tell me where I should go.
That fat fuck doesn't deserve respect from anyone. Do you know how much he's damaged my career? My firm is on the verge of firing me.
I get that you're going through a lot.
Sorry, but through everything he's like thinking about his firm. Not like all lives lost. If he thinks his brother actually did this.
The facts are there. He was working with the Iranians. And I have no doubt he got lured into some bullshit like that. He's been a fuck up his whole life. There's no way I was gonna pay for a terrorist funeral.
God, even their memory. It's very solid.
Oh.
Are you moving? You leaving the city?
Please, sir, we don't want any trouble.
I'm not here to give you any trouble. Just wanted to talk. I went to school with your daughter. I wanted to say she was a good person. I want you to know she's innocent.
Sorry, how did you know my daughter again? Did you speak with her before she left? Do you know why she went to Arizona?
No, I know she wouldn't do this.
Muhammad, what too? Shama was a victim. Somebody did this to her. This country now blames Muslims for everything. There's no room for us here anymore. Thank you for saying nice things about my daughter.
I'm so mad.
It's a lot of pills. Are you sick?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Is he really here? Does he exist? How the fuck did he just appear here?
I don't know.
I mean, he took the subway here.
Go home.
Did he follow him?
I don't know how to go home.
What do you mean? Just go back the way you came.
Where did I come from?
Go down the street, take the train.
I don't know how to do that. I followed you.
Are you serious, man? Your parents are probably really worried about you.
I told you, I don't need a babysitter. Besides, I don't want to go home. Why do you think my sister didn't do anything wrong?
Come with me. You sure this is a shortcut?
It's the way we always go. My sister used to take me this way. I took her.
She said that she sent a mail.
What do you think?
Yeah.
You sure this is the fastest way to your home? I gotta get back to Coney Island.
Why?
Does that have something to do?
I mean, they left.
Where are your parents?
I
They
don't
usually
understand.
leave me home alone when they go out. The door locks automatically. Do you like TV?
No.
Do you like horses?
No.
Do you like Ryu? Do
No.
you like movies?
I used to.
I've never been to the movies. My parents say it's too expensive.
That sucks.
Would you take me
Take you where?
to the movies? Duh.
Can't take you to the movies. I told you I have something I gotta do. Besides, there's probably nothing good playing. If your parents come home and see that you're missing, they'll probably call the cops. How far away did they go? Are they close?
Danbury.
In Connecticut? That's 2 hours away.
My uncle lives there.
I can't sit here for 2 hours.
But they were moving. They were not.
What I'm telling you, we should
Yeah.
go to the movies.
Does he not exist?
I don't know.
Is it in his head? Is his younger self like movies again?
Are you lying to me just so I take you to the movies?
No.
Like, could be both. I
Well,
don't
we're
know.
going if something good is
Seems more
planned.
like he is not real, but like.
Back to the Future. Why again?
Let's Back to the Future. Can we see The Martian instead?
First of all, The Martian looks like shit. Second of all, you've never seen Back to the Future?
No. Looks like an old movie.
You don't understand. Today is the day that Marty travels into the future. I've wanted to see this movie on this day since I was your age. So weird that it's today.
Why?
What makes sense to you?
Why? What are you doing? You just ruined it.
This is the best way to eat popcorn.
Are you sure we can't see The Martian?
Come on, you're gonna love it.
The Martian has 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's because most critics have shitty taste.
God, I want to rewatch the movie.
I have never seen the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I've never seen it. Like, I know what it is, I know the premise of it, but...
I mean, I watched it as well when I was a child.
Isn't that the actor? Isn't that the actor who plays that doctor?
Really?
I think so. I might be off. Do you decide here that you're gonna try to do something?
It's empty. The city's empty.
He said himself.
Yeah. I mean, it makes more sense.
I mean, like that kid just appeared
Yeah.
from nowhere.
You seen a little boy like this tall?
Nope.
Blue hoodie? Yeah. He peaced out.
Really? Stop doing this to me. I can't
maybe you're
anymore.
wrong.
What year is it?
What? Try me. Looking for a mosque.
Is that not his, like, the person that took the dog?
Really? What is happening? Did he fall asleep in the movies?
He might have sleeping.
War of the Worlds, huh?
War of the
It's about
Worlds.
the end of the world.
That's incorrect. Things get a little fakaka for a while, but at the end, humans actually persevere.
Dewey, life is in no continuity with the present.
That's a child.
I'm so confused. What is happening now?
Why did you come to our house?
Yo, this isn't cool, okay? I gotta go.
Is it that important?
Yes.
Why?
It's none of your business.
You're a baby.
You're annoying.
You are.
This is a nightmare.
You are.
So are you.
I wish you were dead.
So do I.
Sometimes I feel like I did something bad that made Shama leave.
You didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't your fault. Or hers. It was mine. All of it. So don't blame her or yourself. You can blame me.
Yeah, you talk about yourself a lot. And you're not allowed to wear shoes here. Did you know I could be president of the United States? My sister couldn't be. She wasn't born here. My mom and dad couldn't either. I'm the only person in my family who could be president. Isn't that cool? If I were president, I would be able to stay here, in the house we live in. I would find a way to bring back my sister. I'd put the real bad guys in jail, and I'd make everyone eat Pop-Tarts for dinner. And I'd make everyone be nice to me.
So you'd be a dictator.
It's a dictator.
Like a really bad president. Where were you born?
Trenton.
Looks like your parents still aren't home. You had the keys this whole time?
Thanks for taking me to the movies. Wait. What's your name?
Elliot.
Thanks, Elliot. Sorry I made you late. Hope you can still do your important thing. Hey, Elliot? Can I see you again?
Before you go, I'll take you to see The Martian. It's always better to see movies on the big screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, Elliot. I think you'll like it. Stay here. I've got something for you. Because you said you were sick. Why?
You again. What the fuck do you want?
You're gonna have a funeral for your brother. Proper one.
Okay, dipshit. We're not having a funeral for that waste of space.
Your problem is you never knew him. If you did, you know he's not capable of that.
Get the fuck off my property before I call the cops.
I'll go. But before I do, probably change your corporate email password. Don't feel special. I hack everyone. In the emails I found, you and your law firm swapped some shady memos I don't think the IRS would look too kindly on.
What do you think you found?
If you don't want me sending him out, make sure your brother gets a funeral. I want an invite. I'll make sure you get my email. Got these from Hard Andy. One of your shady clients I was talking about. I won't be needing them anymore. The money you make selling them back to him will more than pay for a funeral. I'll be in the back, listening.
That's Angeles.
Yeah, I think he's with Angeles.
Oh. Is she?
I don't think so.
It's me, Angela. Come on over now. Let's talk. I'm worried about you. She could say something that could snap you out of this. Remember when we used to do our wishing game? We'd close our eyes and we'd wish for something, whatever we wanted. We both wished we could get bigger bedrooms. That was a big one. Wished for a faster computer, probably. Faster modem, too. You would wish for better clothes, iron. Really care about that. We both wish we could drive. Just wanted to drive away. After we made all our wishes, closed our eyes really hard, hoping that when we opened them, it would all come true. We thought the harder we closed them, the stronger our wishes would be. And even though they never came true, we still liked doing it. The ending was never our favorite part anyway. It was the wishing. I didn't get that at first. You remember what you used to say to me right before we opened our eyes? That would make it all better.
No matter what happens, we'll be okay.
It's not always permanent. There are many reasons why you want to recover a file you just deleted. When you have that moment of panic, where it hits you, where that thing you thought had no value suddenly becomes important, where you suddenly find new purpose for it. Maybe there are still things left for me to do.
Okay. I couldn't tell you why, but I think it's my favorite. No. Because that was such a bleak one.
What an episode. I love this episode.
We took a bit of a break.
Because we ordered food and waited for it to come because I was so hungry that I think my head started hurting and I couldn't think and couldn't speak. So.
But that's of no importance to you guys.
Exactly.
You're here to listen to us talk about the show. But in between us talking about a show, we give you some unnecessary information about our day.
Exactly. Especially about food. I have a feeling.
Yeah, because we're always
ordering.
Food comes or we have to eat or something. We don't order all the time. Sometimes we make food, I promise. But yeah. Yeah,
but we don't tell you that.
Yes, no, I think, like I said, this might be my favorite episode of the show. It really might be, I guess because last episode, and kind of all the episodes leading up to it was so dark and like hopeless and bleak and everything. And so like that's how I was feeling when we played this episode. And then this episode was just very hopeful.
Yeah, the opposite of that.
And so like I think it did to me what it did to Elliot as well, like of course in a lesser extent. I was not about to kill myself because of everything that happened, but like I just think it's because it felt so needed at that time, and I just love these types of episodes. I think this is my favorite. I was bawling.
Yeah,
like tears at some point, it did not stop falling.
Yes, it was a great episode in my opinion. Honestly, loved every second of it, especially the ending, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Last 15 minutes, let's say. The episode started, I think, with the Elliot and Darlene.
Yeah, she came to his place.
I think they had such a beautiful scene in that moment, but
it was very also hard to see just like Elliot in that type of a state, when he was speaking to her and she was like, look, I think you need to talk to Angela, like she's really, he's like, I don't care. Who cares? Nothing is important anymore.
I mean, that's why at the end I was just waiting for him to go. Like, as the episode progressed, I was just waiting, and at the end he's gonna go to Angela.
Yeah,
because
so
he was very harsh in the beginning,
Yeah, I mean, like understandably so. After everything that has happened, like it's been like 3 weeks, and like he's saying that they basically, let's say, got away with it. Because now the blame is pinned on Mobley and Trenton, and they are free. Like it's like nothing happened there, and it doesn't even matter everything that they did because now they have equine. It's that like sort of hopeless feeling when you've done all this to make some difference and you made it worse for everyone involved except the rich, because the top 1% of 1% is chilling. They're fine. Like you didn't do anything, and like the only people that we have harmed are regular people who you wanted to help. So like of course he is feeling this way,
and he killed people.
Oh,
I think it's that's one.
I mean, first and foremost.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, he didn't technically, but like he has no idea anything that Mr. Robot is doing. Yeah. When he is tuned out, and I think that's one of the worst things for him.
Yeah.
Because he can't stop him. He even said it to Darlene, like I can't. I tried everything to stop him.
Yeah.
And he is danger to everyone. Look at what he did. Like he doesn't know how much involved he was in this, but like it doesn't matter that Mr. Robot didn't plan what happened.
Yeah.
He still helped them. I mean, they would have done it with him or without him,
Yeah.
Like he is not any type of a factor on these types of scales.
Yeah.
But like I think that is also why he feels so hopeless, because he is the danger. Like it doesn't matter if it was Mr. Rob, he's the danger. It doesn't have
a lot of Walter references here, like because he said I liked it, and I was like I was good at it.
Yeah.
It made you feel alive.
But that is the truth.
Yeah.
That he liked it. He said it a few episodes back. Also
he needs to be the one to do it.
In scenes with Darlene as well. Yeah. When she was like, "You have enough. You can I'm working with the FBI. Let's hand it over," or something. Maybe she didn't say that at that point that she's working with the FBI, but like, let's hand it over. Why didn't you do it? And he was like, "I need to be the one who starts.
Who does it? Yeah.
Who does it?" Like I don't know if it would do anything because like White Rose is very fucking capable.
Yeah. Like it might not have done anything, but still, like he didn't want to.
So that I would understand why he would feel guilt for that.
Of course. And that he did feel a lot of guilt. I mean, he was speaking to Darlene, and like Darlene was worried about him, and like she asked him if she could like please stay with him, but he wanted to be alone. And he told her like, let's watch a movie tomorrow. I promise. Like when he said tomorrow, I'm like, you feel where this is going. Like you feel that this is gonna be like, you're not gonna see me again. And then, he went and he got this whole bag of morphine to overdose on.
Yeah.
And he wanted to die, like he was talking about in the beginning. I think that was the opening scene. He was deleting Trenton and Mobley. Like he was putting them on a disc and deleting everything, and like they never existed. And so he kind of wanted to, let's say, delete himself from existence. That's what he was talking about as he was going to Coney Island. But before that, he first went to Mobley's family. I mean, Mobley's brother, who didn't care about his brother, which, like, sure, let's say if you really thought like your brother did this terrorist attack or whatever, of course you're gonna be distraught. But like he was talking about, like, the first thing he said is like, my job, like I'm gonna get fired or something. Like, people died. No, so many people are fucking dead. I mean, like in this day and age, like him losing his job, I understand is really detrimental. But like he just, you know,
I mean, I had
seems
a
to have
that
his priorities not very well in check.
Yeah, to me it seemed like him and Mobley didn't have any type of relationship. Yeah. Even before that. Now this is what he finds out about his brother. Yeah. He doesn't even, because like if they did, this would be surprising to me. Yeah. Like it seems like he doesn't care. Like yes, I understand, like if I found out that my brother done this, I would be devastated. Yeah. He looked mad, which I mean everybody is dealing with something differently, but like just like you said, he talked about his job and like how this made a big problem for him. Yeah. Which is in my opinion a bit weird. Yeah. But yeah, he didn't even want to make him a funeral. Yeah. You know, because like he does not deserve that apparently. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, again, like if his brother really was this mastermind that terrorist attack would kill so many people, what fucking funeral? Like, I'm not holding any type of funeral for someone like that, sure. But like his brother didn't even speak about it in that sense, you know. He really like just spoke about it as if they were not close, and like he now blames him because his job is in jeopardy, you know, not necessarily about the fact that so many thousands of people are dead, you know, potentially because of him. Anyway, he went then later to Trenton's family, and that was really like tough to see because the people clearly have been, let's say, are continuously maybe being attacked by the public with things being thrown in their yard and everything. And I, like, from what I understood from that speech is that they wanted to move, like that they're moving, they're leaving town. I mean, that's what Elliot said, like, you're leaving, you know. And his father said, I mean, her father said that, like, they are blaming, you know, the Muslims on everything. And so, like, that this is no place for them. He said that, and so I thought, like, they were gonna move immediately, which what brings the question to me, like, did that child really exist? And, like, for the majority of time, I thought he didn't.
Yeah, me too.
But, like...
Until he...
But, like, by the end, I think he was real. I'm just very confused as to, first, like, his parents went somewhere to their friends. Why would you leave your child alone in a house when your house is like clearly could be targeted by people because of like Trenton, you know? But it seems like a dangerous thing to leave your child there.
From the way the child talked, it didn't seem like that was the first time. Yeah. Because he said something like they're
like it's fine if it wasn't the first time. It's just like after this all has happened, I think leaving your child then is very dangerous. Like your house could be attacked because of that. Like, I don't know, like there was a lot of junk in their backyard. I don't know if it's like, if their house is targeted because of Trenton, or if it's just like, I mean, the whole city is in chaos. I can't really tell the difference. But still, like, that's what I thought, like, why would the parents leave this child? Like, they went back and Elliot was like, where the fuck are your parents? He's like, well, not here. I'm like, what do you mean not here? How the fuck did they not take you with them? You know, so that's why I thought, like, for the longest time that he wasn't real. And like, because like when we saw Elliot on the beach, we had like a wide shot of him and there was no one near him, and like suddenly here's the kid, you know. And I thought it was like himself, saving himself.
Exactly. That's why, honestly, that's the biggest reason why I thought that. Like, in the beginning, I wasn't sure. I was like, this kid could have followed him, and he did look at him. Like, he did look through the door.
Yes, he did.
So, like, it would make sense that he would follow him. Like, his some man comes and talks about his sister, how she didn't do it, and that's what the most what the child needs.
Yeah,
You know,
I just thought that the way the child was speaking to him sounded weird.
It
He's like,
did.
I don't know how to get on a train, but you just got on a
I
train.
mean, I don't know if
He
that
doesn't
was
have
on
like
purpose.
like a metro pass or whatever. He just like slid. Yeah,
Yeah.
like for a child who says like, I don't know how to go back or whatever. It seems like he just like slid through the.
I honestly think, I don't know if, like, let's say if we play the episode now, would we have the same opinion? But like, I think Elliot gave us enough reason through this whole show to doubt his
immediately
eyes.
whenever someone shows up, I'm like, does this person exist?
And honestly, I thought that, like, immediately when it started, I thought that at the end of the episode, even though it made sense to me that the kid would follow him, I thought at the end of the episode, like, he's gonna save himself, he's gonna decide not to kill himself, he's gonna find a motive, what he wants to achieve and stuff like that. At the end, we're gonna find out the child was never there. That, like, it was all him. Like, he was the one who saved himself in the beginning, you know?
Yeah, but I guess the child was there.
Yeah,
because,
I
like,
guess the child did stop
He
him.
opened his house.
Yeah, no,
and
yeah,
gave
I
him
don't
a
think that.
lollipop,
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, the entire time I was thinking the child is not real, because we did see like child Elliot in the beginning. We didn't even speak about that scene, but let me get to that like at the end, because I don't know what to do with that one. Because we did see like baby Elliot in the theater. And now this child is talking about going to the movies and going to see the movies again. That was like one more thing where I'm like, what is happening here now? But it was just like in such fucking darkness, like this child appears, children. And children always represent innocence and like a potential for future, like they always, the way that he spoke, like it brings you back to things that matter. And like he was talking about going to see a movie, and Elliot, we know, loved movies. He watched a lot of them, and like this child was really like, he was they were going to see the movie and they were playing Back to the Future, because like it's the date where Marty and Doc, is that what their names, went to the future.
Yeah, the day they came to the future.
And like Elliot said something along the lines of like, when I was younger or something, I like really wanted to watch this on this date or something, like that this date was important because of that. And he was like, how interesting that it's the day, that it's the day that he decided to kill himself, it's the day that they went to the future. So just he took him to the theater being like, what do you mean you've never seen Back to the Future? We're not going to see The Martian. Who cares about The Martian? We're going to go see Back to the Future. And like it sort of reignited that maybe like Elliot's childlike self, who did have some type of, hopes and dreams and feelings for the future, that Elliot has now just completely lost, and everything around him is just doom and gloom. And so like that's what the kid offered to Elliot. He also offered him some type of like forgiveness for the things that have happened and how things went, which is like what Elliot really needed to hold on to not kill himself. Because like honestly, like I said in the beginning, Elliot and Angela both on fucking suicide watch. I don't know, like the way that they were functioning, I was really afraid each moment. But there were so many good moments and like good things that were said in this episode that really like felt so much, like felt very, very hopeful. Like part that really got me was when like in the movie theater, when suddenly the kid isn't next to him, and I was like, oh, see, never existed. But like the guy saw, it was like, I saw him, he left.
That's when I knew that like he was real in that moment.
But like then somehow this ice cream trunk, I don't fucking know.
Honestly, I think that's what he imagined. Like I
don't know, like that didn't seem real. I was like, where the fuck did we go?
Everything but that didn't seem real.
Honestly. He picked him up and drove him to, I think, the mosque where the child was like gonna go and like pray. But like he was watching The War of Worlds, I think that's what the movie is called or whatever. And he's talking about it. It's like aliens come and whatever. And the man said something along the lines of like, but at the end, people prevail. In the midst of all that, people still prevail. And that's really made me
that's when you said, I don't think so.
I mean, I said, do we? But like, because again, I just like from the past few episodes, how it made me feel was basically how Elliot was feeling the entire time. Is just feel so hopeless. And so when that guy said that, like that really hit me because I was like, I don't like thinking that it's all hopeless. I don't like thinking that we don't prevail, you know, but like the way that the last episode kept me feeling was awful. And so like when he said that,
I mean, even when you started the episode, you said that like you thought that like the show is gonna end,
exactly,
where it's all hopeless, which I honestly don't think it's gonna happen. I think exactly how the show is going, it's gonna be the ending as well. Like they're not gonna win. They can't win this. Like they can't save the world. But they can do one single thing that can save maybe somebody.
It reminded me of that like quote, I think it's from Charlie Chaplin. It says something along the lines of like, and dictators die and the power they took from the people will return to the people, and as long as men die, liberty shall never perish. I think that's how it goes. It reminded me of that quote because, but like, again, I can't like, sure, they die, but others are born again, and then we go back, but sure, people prevail, and we continue moving.
I mean, you do as much as you can.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do as much as they can.
Yeah.
And it's, if they save one life, because like White Rose is gonna die, and like if she wouldn't, she would kill more.
Yeah.
She would destroy more lives.
For her benefit.
Exactly. So like in my opinion, it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's the only thing we can keep doing. Like even if there's like no winning this fight, you can't really stop the fight.
Yeah.
And so he again went to that kid who was at the mosque, and like they again had this really
nice talk,
good exchange where they were going back and forth, and the kid said, "I wish you died," and then he said like, "Well, so do I," which was
heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, it was what this whole episode was about, and like he kept saying, "I need to go and do this, like I need to go and like finish what I started," basically. And then he just
basically delete himself and Mr. Robot with it from this world,
because the world doesn't need Mr. Robot, because we don't know what he's capable of, and like he did everything he could to try to get rid of him, but like it didn't work. So like he said like, why didn't I do this from the start or something? And then he sat next to the kid. He had this talk with her brother where he said like none of it was her fault and it was all his fault. And I mean, of course, everything sort of, the whole hack and everything was really made out to be Iranian, like Muslims, It was really chucked off to be that because I think for people, let's say, that's what for the American public could, let's say, be easy to believe. Exactly. Of course, I'm not like blaming now all the American public, but like, let's say it's a story that you could easily make a lot of the portion of population believe and maybe not question, because like we know what happened with 9/11 and everything. And like after that, what's not mentioned nearly enough is the casualties and the persecution of Muslims in America who had nothing to do with, I mean, these are crazy fucking people. What the fuck does ISIS? They happen to be Muslim, but they're crazy fucking people. But like now millions of Muslims in America suffered because of that. And like there's this huge stigma around it, I'm sure still lives. And so like, of course, they're very smart and they're gonna like blame Muslims. And that's like gonna be very easy to believe.
No,
for them.
Honestly, like that's what I mean. We heard it before, but like even in the scene with the father, with her father, he said that, and the way he was talking, like they were. I at that moment thought that they were packing and leaving because like there is nothing for them here anymore. And honestly, that maybe at the same time very angry, but at the same time very sad.
Yeah.
Because that's the route they decided to take, and everybody believed in that route. That was the truth.
I mean, they knew what they were doing with that.
Exactly.
They absolutely knew what they were doing with that, like making them very clearly, the faces of this revolution for people to be like, well, of course, I mean, all ties Trenton. Together. Yeah, Trenton, she wears a hijab,
exactly.
Like they were like,
picture
perfect for people to be like, oh, of course, terrorist. Yeah. Because of everything that did happen. Like that is a very sad picture. Like not only in America, just like around the world. It's very realistic. And it also, of course, makes it awful, like the way that her father was speaking, how like they need to leave.
Yeah.
Because again, I read so many stories after like 9/11, how people like that fundamentally changed also the lives of Muslim people who had nothing to do with any of that in America, and how they were treated afterwards. Like I don't think nearly enough is mentioned when you talk about it, how they were also casualties of this. And so like it's sort of the same thing. They just wanted to be left alone, like they were gonna move. I didn't move that day. I don't know, like some friends 2 hours away left their son. I need to speak about this. How do you leave your son? Yeah. I just don't understand this. But yes, and like he was
he had a continued conversation after he said that he wants to die as well. He continued talking with the kid. And he told him like how it was all his fault, and like how Trenton had nothing to do with it, like how he has no reason to feel guilt because the brother felt guilt as well. Yeah. And how he has no reason to blame himself or Trenton, like that he can only blame him, Elliot. After that, like later in the scene, I think in front of the door, the kid asked him, after everything they talked about, the kid asked him to if he could see him again, even after he admitted everything and said everything to him, you know.
It was like, you talk too much about yourself.
He asked him like if he could see him again, if they could hang out again.
Yeah,
I thought that was really nice, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like the beauty in children.
Exactly.
Like they have not been broken down by this world, and they can offer a lot more forgiveness.
But like that, if you feel so bad, that can help you, in my opinion. Yeah. The fact that somebody else forgives you even after you told him like how awful you are, or you have the things you have done. Yeah. And they still need you or want to be around you, you know, like gives you some purpose in life, maybe can help you in those dark moments that like Elliot was going through in this episode. After that, in that the same scene, they talked about the kid talked about how he could be a president. He was
the only one in his family who could be president because he was born here.
Yeah.
And how if he was president, he would make everyone be nice to him, and he would make everything better, and everyone was gonna need to do whatever. And so it was like, okay, a dictator. Like, what is that?
A really bad president.
A really bad president, sure. It was just such a wholesome conversation.
And after I think those words of Elliot saying that he wants to kill himself, you know, I had a feeling every scene, every conversation they had, I felt good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I felt like this could help Elliot in his decision.
Yeah, and then he like finally dropped him off home, and the kids had the key the entire time. He just didn't want to go home. And then he said like, you know, wait here.
Yeah.
I don't know why that part made me so emotional.
Even after everything that they talked about.
I like Elliot's face there when that kid goes to give him the lollipop. He just leaves, and Elliot's face like completely breaks down. I don't know why that gets me. I know that
he said like to me, he said like you said you weren't feeling good, and he wasn't feeling good mentally, and it was like
he gave him a fucking lollipop,
being to the doctor, like having this, like that's what this whole talk with this child did to him.
Yeah,
like helped him so much.
Yeah,
I just think it was beautiful, honestly.
Yeah, that part really got me, like when Elliot was waiting there and like breaking down, and here comes the kid with a fucking lollipop.
Yeah,
you know, just like it felt like I could breathe again after this episode. And then I mean, it felt for Elliot as well that he could breathe again, like kind of seeing the world through a child's eyes.
Yeah,
you see it in a different way, you know. And like for Elliot, who was so hopeless until then, that's the only thing that could have saved him at that point. And he then went to Moblet's brother, like said to him, you're gonna make a funeral, I don't care, pay it with the morphine, because like apparently he took that from his computer when he hacked him. It's like, don't worry, I hack everyone. And then he went to Angela. And that was like, oh, when I saw that, I
Carry
was
the
like,
thought.
I can't. I was like, my heart is already, like, I don't know where this episode is going. But, like, he's, he asked her to open the door or whatever, like, that he, that he knows that she's having a tough time. And of course she's not opening. I was at that point, I was so worried if she's even alive. I was like, please don't pull the rug underneath me. Because, like, this entire episode is about Elliot choosing to live. And, like, now if it ends and, like, Angela has killed herself or something, like, that would have, like, what was the point? What was the point in such a wholesome episode to do this to me? But she wasn't.
In that
I
moment,
can't, like,
like
my mind.
Yeah, because, like, when you asked me, I was just thinking it would not make sense. Like, I wasn't scared for a second because it would not make sense in that moment.
Yeah, of course.
That you find out that she's lying down on the floor.
Yeah.
That would not make fucking sense. They would not do that.
Yeah. And then, like, when, she didn't open the door, but she was there. And Elliot started to walk away. I was like, please don't. I was like, please don't walk away. Like, she needed help for such a long time.
Yeah.
And, like, Elliot was not, we talked about this, like, Elliot was not necessarily in any type of mind space to offer help to anyone. Like, the reason why we are here as well is because Angela was struggling for so long. And, like, when we saw her after everything that happened in All Safe, and, like, she kept having those affirmative messages playing in her head because she was feeling so low about herself. She had no one really to help her there, and that's how White Rose was able to manipulate her. And so, like, when he started to walk away, I was like, please don't walk away now, because, like, this is the moment that she needs you the most. And he came back, and then, like, he sat on the ground, and it was such a beautiful shot between the two of them. Like, Elliot is in this red light and Angela is in this complete darkness. And there's, like, this wall between them, and he is talking to her about the time where they were kids. And again, it all goes back to being young and how they kept, imagining, wishing for things, wishing for better computer, wishing for better clothes, like,
usually material things that
things,
like, at the end of the day, now where they are not important.
Yeah, but, like, things that you think about when you were kids. Oh, I wish I had this toy, or I wish I had this, or I wish I had that. And they did that often. They did that because the wishing part
brought them joy.
Yes, and was better than the ending didn't matter. It was the wishing part that made him feel better. And, like, he was telling her that because that's basically what she did, for that time being when White Rose manipulated her or whatever. Like, she just wished that she could bring her mother back and that she could make this soul right, that she could bring some justice. And she was just wishing all that, even though it was never gonna be reality. And so I just, like...
She wanted, like we said, she wanted to believe in that. And she did.
Yeah, she wanted to believe in that because, like...
It was so easy to manipulate.
She needed to believe in that.
And that's why it was so easy to manipulate her.
Yeah. And then he told her, and you remember what you told me afterwards. And she finally spoke, and she said that we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think that scene was just beautiful. Like, it was definitely my favorite scene of theirs.
Yeah.
It was just...
without a doubt. It was one of my favorite scenes of the show.
I loved how they were in completely two opposite places, but also, like, they felt the presence and they talked about it, And like you said, she was in the darkness, and, like, he was there that morning.
Yeah.
But he got help. Somebody made him want to live, make him still want to make a change, difference. And he was that for her in this episode.
Like, she was able to speak it.
Exactly.
Like, she was able to say it. And, that brought
and the song,
me... that's what I was saying. What song is that? That was so beautiful.
It was talking... it was...
the lyrics?
Lyrics were about which is coming true or something like that. And then she spoke. And I just think that, like, the whole part was so beautiful, in my opinion.
That actually, like, gave me a lot of hope.
Yeah.
That she could, like, not move on, not, like, be fine, but that she could not give up
Yeah, it gave me also a bit of hope that she will not die.
Yeah.
Honestly, because like I have a feeling I was sure, even though I didn't say I was sure that she's gonna die, but like I have a feeling I was sure.
Yeah.
That, like, it's just a matter of time she will die. But in this episode, it's like because like he was there for her and he helped her so much, and if she gets over this, I can't see what's gonna kill her. You know what I mean? I can see, of course, but like
I just like think what for her, the only way in my mind where her story can go is that she just leaves. Like that she just packs up and leaves this place and this town and just like goes and tries to live with somehow, you know, learning to find a way to deal with the things that you have done. Not in this type of an environment. You know, I don't think it's going to be helpful for her to be in the city where this happened or anything. I can just like only imagine her like leaving somewhere peaceful and like trying to deal with the things that have happened. Like I don't think,
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Honestly, I can't say I can't see that she would want to find a way to not undo what she did, but like to stop it from happening again. You know, I can't say that I can see her again wanting to stop White Rose.
I understand, but I'm also thinking like this all happened because she also wanted to undo what was done. Like she wanted to make things right. You know, she wanted to get some justice on the things that have happened to her mother and everything. Like that's why we were here. And so like I feel like maybe at this point she's not gonna start doing it again.
I mean,
like I don't think that
she's
she's gonna maybe feel in the right place or in the right that it's on her to maybe do this. I don't know.
Not sure,
I really don't know. Like we have to see, but like whatever it is, I'm just like it gave me a lot of hope that she could be eventually, you know, fine. Whatever fine is, you know.
Yeah, I just don't know in which route she's gonna take. Like, for me, like, what I would wish for her is for her to go.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that if that's happening. I'm not sure that's how she's gonna deal with it, honestly. I think
by the end of the season we'll know.
I think so as well. Maybe even in the next episode, honestly.
Well, I mean, that's in the next two. That's what I mean. The next two episodes we're gonna find out.
Definitely, because we just need to see the next scene how she moves, where
she does.
Yeah, where her minds go now. Like, is it like I need to not undo, because you can never undo, but like if you stop it from happening again, then you did the most you could possibly do. Yeah. Like, is it on her? Is it not? Like, we'll find out, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Elliot is now he actually is the one that got the email.
Yeah.
From Trent, and I thought it was interesting because I thought it was going to go to Darlene, honestly. But it went to him, and she told him that she found, I mean, I only read the first sentence, I don't know what the email said, but like, she said that she found a way to undo this.
I guess we could read the email.
Oh, I mean, sure, but like the show would show us if it's anything more important.
Yeah.
But like that she found a way, and Elliot got that email, and now we're gonna do this.
And again, the hope.
Yeah.
Exactly what he needed.
Yeah. And the things that he threw away suddenly just like came back. Like he threw away that jacket.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I'm not even sure if he threw it away. I don't know what happened with that. Yeah. Like because it was like gonna get burned.
Yeah, and suddenly all the garbage
was here.
Yeah.
So like I just think it was maybe in his mind. In his mind he threw it, and in his mind it came back.
Yeah. It's so weird with this show, like
you never know what to believe. I don't know what my eyes are seeing. Like, come on, I have to be like, does this child exist? Like a child appears, I'm like, is this a figment of his imagination? You know, I don't know.
Honestly, I even thought it was.
Like, I mean, I did. I thought for the majority of the time
I was like, let's see, but like, would not make sense if he was here.
The last part I want to talk about is the first part of the episode with Elliot's dad. That we saw them in the movie theater on the day, I guess, that his father dies. And very closely after the fall from the window.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know still what to make of it all. I don't know what to make of it all because how this scene played out. And like when we look back at the scene when Darlene asked him like, do you wanna like talk about it and everything, and like I think we said at that point like, could he have like jumped himself? Like could that have happened? there's something so confusing to me about that whole portion of their childhood, because like when his father like now dropped, basically died, he went to the movie theater and he said to an empty movie theater, like, shh, be quiet, the movie's starting. Like that he heard something. Like, is that the first time that he hears the voices in his head, or did he hear them before? I don't know what that means now then. I don't know when that started. Again, his father, in every scene we see him in this one, he's like apologizing to him. He seems like the world's greatest dad, but I just like, there's something that bothers me there. Like, again, the throwing part was the thing that we always like held on to the most. But like, if Elliot jumped, that makes it
Honestly,
weird.
to me, the thing is, it's the fact that he is imagining him.
Exactly.
Like, why is it in his...
That's the thing I'm thinking about.
But again, I don't know if Sam is doing it on purpose to put us, to give us scenes where, like, because I'm just sitting here and watching the scene and waiting for his father to tell him something that I would not approve of, and he does not. He apologizes. He doesn't get angry because Elliot wants to leave. Elliot doesn't want to be here. Elliot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't do anything wrong in any of these scenes that we watch. I mean, he does, but like not to the extent that like I think he's abusing him.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Sam is doing it with purpose or like we just have been misled, But like,
I don't know if it's just like because we had it in our heads for so
long.
I feel like my mind is more working towards still believing that his father was also abusive, and then finding a way for it to, like, when he said, for example, when he was speaking to Darlene about Mr. Robot and how he like can't get rid of him or whatever, and I was just like thinking, again, I don't know how the ID works. I really don't. I don't even know if they're like basing it off on like fully how the illness works. But I was like thinking, you can't, let's say, get rid of your father because you are not dealing with something that has happened when he appeared. Like, you are not dealing, like, your mind maybe remembers your father as this greatest fucking guy, and like you can't see it, you can't see past that because of Mr. Robot, like that he is like basically stopping you from remembering that. I think that was kind of, to me, it has to be. That was to me kind of obvious when Elliot said, when he said to Krista just so casually, when my father pushed me out the window, and like she was like, what? But then he said like, why am I remembering this now? And that was the point where Mr. Robot has not been with Elliot for a while, And so like I thought the more that he is not, let's say, around Mr. Robot, the longer that he doesn't appear, maybe that's how Elliot then is, let's say, remembering more of his things, because he said so casually, yeah, that happened after my father pushed me out of the window. That's the direction that my mind went down on. Again, the ID, from what I've read, I don't know, has to develop from something traumatic that happens when you're younger. We know that his mother was abusive. Like, maybe that was all it took. But I don't, like, there's something, I don't know. Again, because like, I don't know, did Elliot perhaps jump himself? But like, if he jumped, was he trying to kill himself? Like, is that how this story comes full circle? Like, say, because like, that's how the episode started, reminding us of the fact that he fell out of the window, with him also wanting to kill himself. In my
opinion, that was why I thought that he jumped. First, we can't believe Elliot's memory.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Especially if he's stopping the memory.
Yeah.
Like, why is he stopping the memory? Why does he not remember that?
Yeah.
But again, why I thought, and since that moment, I kind of still think it, was the conversation with Darlene. When the way she reacted when he mentioned that day, to me sounded more like he jumped and tried to kill himself than his father pushed him.
Yeah.
Honestly, it did sound more like that. Because like, if she sounded like worried, like there is that thing that they have never talked about, it's big.
Yeah.
Like, if it was an accident where his father did not push him, but like was an accident, like push him, but didn't mean to. Her face didn't give me that. But like, is that the case? Is that the truth? I don't know.
That again, there's something about his father that really bothers me.
I mean, not something, many things,
Yeah.
but like I
Just
still
because,
think
like,
that
what
like
you said, the reason why he imagines him, like it could
Exactly.
could be some type of guilt, because like the last thing his father asked him, "Do you forgive me?" He said no, and then his father died. You know, like I'm sure that he carries guilt because of that, but he still imagines his father as his alternate personality that seems very aggressive and abusive. And I just think like I can't shake that. I can't shake that. I think that
but
like, even if Elliot, let's say, did jump himself,
he jumped because he wanted to kill himself.
yeah, like they're
But like no, to me it couldn't. Like I want to say like could it only be his mom?
yeah,
You know, because like we don't know how abusive she was. We just saw that she was abusive physically,
Yeah.
mentally, everything. But like could it be? But like no, it can't be just the mom. Literally can't be. He's not imagining with her mom, his mom. He's imagining his father
yeah,
in a form of his the other personality that is doing all of these horrible things
yeah,
that he like does not want to do himself, but like to achieve this plan has to.
yeah. I
I
think
mean,
that's what I'm holding on
we
to.
did not learn anything through that scene more.
No.
When will be? I think season 4. I honestly think season 4 will find out if something happened and if he was abusive.
Yeah,
In which ways, you know. So yeah, we'll see. We'll find out. Not looking forward to it.
no, me neither. But I think it's coming. Like you can feel it coming.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You can feel something
Pieces,
coming.
a little pieces through these 3 seasons for it to come for us to find out actually what. But like, I still think if he was abusive, and all of that, I think these scenes, like the things that he remembers, are his father being good, are put there for a reason. That's the only thing that he is letting himself, like his body, his brain. Is protecting him, and like just like remembering those things and not remembering the bad parts.
Yeah. That's the thing that's like yet to be seen.
Yeah.
It's been happening for such a long time, and since the beginning of the show, and we still don't know quite clearly. So like it's gonna be the next season.
Yeah.
And until then, we can only speculate, really.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we talked for 50 minutes.
That's it. That's
Thank
enough.
you so much for watching. We'll see
Bye.
you soon. Bye.